Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna here. Basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. City creation. Basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is India account. So, one person told that what actually the stable data is, what is unstable data. Basically, that is the topic. Basically, currently, which we are discussing. So, one person told that when assume that basically uh, there was only one country, then basically two countries, then three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, like this. Basically, the 225 countries, I think 212 countries basically got created. So that is what actually, that is stable and unstable only, na, basically. That is stable and unstable data basically. I will take one example. Assume that basically there are around 35 countries which are telling that we are stable data. We are stable data. And 35 countries basically are telling that we are unstable data. They are telling that we are unstable data. One of the person told that this basically how it can be synchronized. Basically synchronized means you can say in simple language, basically you can say how this can be categorized basically in easy manner. Basically, for example, I have taken one example of PHP. Basically, in PHP basically there are many framework, basically like Symfony is there, Cake is there, like this. Basically many frameworks are there. I have created one framework, that is the CRM, basically long before. Basically that was basically what, basically framework is what actually, so that the task basically can be become very easy. Basically task can be become very easy to display the record set, basically to display the record basically in front of the screen. Basically just two three function basically is required, that's all. Basically reason framework basically has created Symfony, CRM framework basically was created. Reason was CRM framework was created. Reason was CRM framework basically was created. Minimum framework basically was created, that's why. Minimum which basically you can say CRM framework was created. Due to that framework basically, due to that framework, the task was become basically easy. So here also same way basically, the stable data and unstable data has created. In software industry there are many stable data generating company and many unstable data generating companies. And stable data or unstable data, that who can basically track, software company can track, few software company basically can track, who basically know that text box equal to 1,000 cities. That group basically can track that this company basically which is ongoing basically, that is generating stable data basically. It might possible that big level CMM level 5 companies also might be generating unstable data and stable data. For example, eClarex company basically, for example Infosys company, both company basically might be TCS companies there. All three companies basically might be generating stable data and unstable data, both data basically they might be generating. They might be having both projects basically. They might be generating both projects. So in IT language basically this project which is ongoing, that is going to generate stable data. This project basically which is ongoing, that is going to generate unstable data. Unstable data means earthquake is going to happen. So one of the person told that the things you basically are IT industry means what, basically IT industry means what? IT industry means that stuff basically which has already done and stuff basically which is going to process on the base of current data. That is software industry, right? Basically that is a software industry only. So that is stable and unstable. That is stable and unstable. One of the person told that after 2 days basically in India big earthquake will happen. Each and every people basically know who are basically connected at the top level basically, like prime minister, presidents, chief minister basically of the each and every states. They know that basically in India earthquake is going to happen after 2 days. They basically will try to solve the problem basically. They will try to solve the problem, but lots of people says that the process basically is ongoing of unstable data and since many time basically. So mostly basically this earthquake will come, but to do the less disaster basically, they will keep trying to solve this problem within 2 days basically. Without sleeping basically, they will try to solve the problem within 2 days without sleeping. So one of the person told that like this basically the stable data or unstable data basically are generated. So here basically I am talking about software companies. Like this, many companies basically are there, like chemical companies there, then industries are basically there. That industry basically which is there na basically in Gujarat Ankleshwar, that is generating stable data and unstable data. ONGC basically is generating unstable data and unstable data. IPCL that is generating stable data and unstable data. So this data basically comes from where basically? So one of the person told that data basically are generated basically on the base of projects. On the base of projects basically the data are generated. Stable story, unstable story. This is the only basically things which gets activation, which is activating. For example, one person told that we want to generate unstable data. So do one thing, this activate this few family basically. So they have created few families basically, so that the unstable data can be generated. Same way, stable data are generated. Few stable families basically are generated. If they want to generate stable data, then that family problem basically gets occurs. That is activation happens basically. Like this basically many families are created, many cities are created, many states are created, many countries are created to activate the stable data, unstable data. To create the stable data and unstable data. One person told that in this unstable data, that means the earthquake which is going to happen in India, in that basically which all data basically are taken? That is very dangerous question basically. That is very dangerous question. In that unstable data, which story basically is ongoing? Then one person told that yeah, very dangerous question actually asked. Then another person told that which story currently is ongoing in our planet? Which story has completed? Because on the base of completed only the earthquake going to happen basically that story will generate, gets activated. Then one person told that yes, here basically. So one of the person told that stories gets activated. So one of the person told that in unstable data, unstable means in India basically after 2 days. I had just taking as an example basically. Really basically there is no earthquake going to happen. Just taking as an example because I am in India, so I am taking the example of India basically. If I would be in Singapore, then I would be taking the example of Singapore. So one person told that after 2 days the earthquake is going to happen. So here, which all are the unstable stories basically? If in India basically it's going to happen, that means India is the problem. In India only the groups has created problem. In India only that story, basically unstable story, was generated. In that government is equally involved. Without government basically unstable data is not going to generate. And in government basically all parties are there basically. If one say A, other will say B. If one will say 1, then other will say 6. Other will say 6, he will say 8. If he will say 8, then basically one of the person will say 22. It's like that basically in politics. But all are one basically. All are sitting at one place only. That means one group is basically handling this political people basically. One group basically is handling political people. So stable data, unstable data is the topic. One person told that this is the basically data, basically you can see that this group basically, yes basically we have the data. So one person told that is it possible data science group basically, one of the data science person basically for like eClerx, TCS company, Infosys group told that basically we have the data of we have the list of people basically, or basically you can say list of data basically, due to the unstable data has generated. Due to unstable data has generated, and this is the total unstable data, and on the basis of this unstable data only the earthquake is going to happen after 2 days. So we have the data, but we don't have any authority basically. Because in environment basically only nuclear power company, energy company and power company groups only basically can do the access. They only have the access, and they basically generates data on the basis of certain level of stable data, unstable data. Stable data and unstable. So this is the list of data basically which is unstable, and on the basis of this list basically the earthquake is going to happen after 2 days. So that is this, that you can found in that basically you can, I think basically mostly basically it is possible to find the data of this unstable data from India account basically, from India account. So here basically the topic is the TCS group, the Infosys, the eClerx groups told that we have the unstable data with us. If you want basically we can display it, and on the basis of this energy basically they basically just have basically data in paper basically, or in some database, or basically they have created one software basically. In that software basically they have the list of unstable data, and on the base you can just imagine basically unstable data, exact data basically the software company basically have. You can't imagine basically up to what level the things are basically created basically. You will not imagine basically. Then the satellite group told that yeah basically the world has reached up to very dangerous level basically, because up to this level basically data has collected by TCS, Infosys and eClerx. Let me check basically really basically this is correct or not basically. Sunil Nair basically telling whatever things basically it is correct or not basically, that we need to check. And the satellite group basically how they will check? They are going to enter into database like this basically, they are going to, they basically don't believe in database. They basically don't believe in database. They will just activate few energies, and on the base of energy basically they are going to track all the unstable data. By activating earthquake is not going to happen. They are just going checking it whether the data which TCS group has told whether it is correct or not. TCS, Infosys and eClerx. So you can just imagine up to what level the software companies has reached. Here basically I have just taken the example of software company. In real basically there are many companies basically. So one person told that this is the list of stable data, This is the list of unstable data, and this unstable data is going to contribute after 2 days in earthquake. So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this most dangerous topic, that is stable data and unstable data.